Alright guys, let's do this video properly. I am doing this again because I didn't explain things as thoroughly and as properly as I think I should have. So we're going to go for a take 2. So I know a lot of you probably already seen this, but super attack counter units are receiving a major buff. Now, this is an update on the recent data download for the JP version of the game, but considering how close we are to Golden Week and what this could potentially allude to, could mean absolutely nothing, but you never know. We could be seeing this on Global sooner rather than later, especially because Global in terms of version updates isn't actually that far behind. But I'll touch upon some theories later on in the video, but first we're going to go through this, but do let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments of what you think and what you think of the change. But we are on Luca Dokkan's Twitter with the translations, so if you want to drop him a follow, I will be leaving the link in the description down below. But after the JP data download, it does say thank you for using Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle in order to solve the phenomenon that the passive skill that nullifies the enemy's special move and counterattacks does not activate against enemies with evasion nullification skills. Some skill specifications have been changed. We scroll down, there's still more. Target characters: Red Brave Figure, Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku, Calm and Collected Hero, Gamma 1, Spirit that heats up in a fierce battle, Son Goku, etc. Other characters with similar skills are also eligible. Change before: in a stage where an enemy with an evasion disabled skill appears, the passive skill that nullifies the enemy's special move and counterattacks was judged as evasion, so it cannot be activated against an enemy with an evasion disabled skill. After change, in accordance with the skill text, the specifications have been changed so that the enemy special move will be nullified. Due to this specification change, we will send one Dragonstone to all users. So basically what this means is any event where the enemy will disable evasion and dodge, that will still happen. However, units that have super attack counters, so for an example, we have the main one that is being buffed by this, which is the LRSSJ4 Gogeta portion of the Year 7 LRSSJ4's kit, where it says here, high chance of evading enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. They're going to be changing the way this works. So instead of super attack counters functioning as a dodge and counter, they're going to be changing this to basically a high chance of nullifying enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. This is why super attack counter units are receiving a massive buff. One of the biggest and noteworthy kind of Dokkan events is of course Red Zone Broly. One of the hardest enemies in the entire game since his first release was always a pain, especially for units like this guy. Especially, this is another reason why LRSSJ4 Gogeta has kind of received a lot of slander and aged quite poorly compared to the gods, aside from of course not really receiving as much help as the gods, not having a slot 1 unit, etc. But that's a different topic for a different video. But you couldn't actually counter Broly, so all you had to rely on was purely this guy stacking for as long as possible and hoping you get as many Rainbow Key Spheres to have as much damage reduction as possible for him to survive. So now units, and they gave examples in the Twitter post, for example SSJ4 Goku, Gamma 1, units that have a high chance or just a chance of evading and countering with a super are now going to be changed to units that have a chance of nullifying enemy super attack and countering. This is why this news is a massive buff to counter-attacking or super attack countering units. So this news is huge and I love it. It's a great buff to super attack countering units. It applies to all and majority of super attack and countering units. And any future EZAs that are going to drop for these units that fall under this bracket, under this umbrella, are going to receive a massive buff from this also. Now, in terms of why they're doing this, of course, Global hasn't received this change, but considering it's a massive game change, Global could see it very soon, and it also gives me a feeling that with Golden Week coming in about a week's time, maybe during Golden Week, we could be seeing a new style of difficult content. Maybe we could be seeing a World Tournament version of Red Zone, or maybe we're finally going to get like an extreme version or an updated version similar to Goku and Vegeta events. And basically what I'm saying is a final phase where typically the enemy cancels dodge Maybe they're making this change because of one of those type of events, whether it's a new version of Goku and Vegeta event for longer content, or a new red zone stage that cancels dodge. Maybe those are being implemented into the game, and so this doesn't affect those type of units, especially if one of the new Dokkan Festa Golden Week do have a counter. Maybe they're making this change because one of the new units is going to have a counter, or maybe, or both, one of the new events or new stages, whatever they may do, is going to cancel dodge, and they want this fixed for Golden Week for this new content, or potentially one of the new Dokkan Fests. But I don't know, it's just a theory. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments. Don't forget to have a good rest of your day. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.